Hey guys, welcome to the Dave Darin Show. PaRaDoX UK on the show, fresh from their rehearsal studio. I got the guys in the studio right now. How's it going, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, great to see you guys. Great rehearsal, by the way. We're going to talk about how you guys set that up. We're going to talk about the fans that get to check you guys out in your studio. But in the meantime, let's give a shout out to the guys in the band. It's PaRaDoX UK. And all you guys, who are you?
Okay, so over on this side here, we got Mr. Woody, who's well, he's not our bass player, is he? What do you do? I can't remember. So, he's our drummer. Hold your sticks up, make it authentic. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, so
I feel like an aerial.
And there's a drummer with no sweat. I don't see any underarm sweat yet.
he doesn't do a lot of work.
I don't know, just sit down.
You should smell him.
Some women get turned on about that stuff. Make that work for some women. They're really hot for that.
I've got a sweaty ass crack, does that count? I've got sweaty balls, look.
Oh, we forgot this is video. Don't fuck it up. This is video. Audio, we can pretend all kinds of shit's happening, but in video, it's going to happen. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay, so, right behind me, this is Mr. Bexy. He's our bass player.
This is
Cool.
me. I'm Bexy. This is me.
Speaking to Mike.
I'm Bexy. Oh,
Jesus.
hello, Jesus. No, he's Jesus.
I'm Buddha.
Oh, by the way, the deeper voice when you came closer to the mic was really sounding good because today we happen to have a lot of guys on that actually like that smelly ass crack that's sweaty. So that's good. Your voice was sounding good.
We go down well then.
Come on, mate, I've got this covered.
Hello.
I like the beat breath in it.
Right, Phil, I've just introduced you. Right,
That was it.
Hello.
Right, Phil, tell him your name. Dave.
Shut up or I'll cut ya.
Okay, so this is our lead guitarist, rhythm guitarist,
I'm the guitarist.
Guitarist, yes.
There.
Just a guitar.
Just a guitar.
and just so everybody knows this, by the way, whoever's watching, he's actually playing a Kurt Cobain replica.
Road wall.
Oh, is that
Road
right?
wall.
I was going to ask about the guitar, and that's what it is. How about that? It's very cool. Very cool guy.
Yeah, road worn.
So
It's fake.
now you clarified it too, because for a while I didn't understand. Because remember, it's Skype; it breaks up a bit, and I wasn't sure if you said you're the guitarist or you like clitoris. So you cleared it up. Okay.
Both.
At the same time.
Okay, and who else we got there? We got the lead vocalist, Bye.
Okay, yeah, I'm the lead vocalist.
That's not funny.
I thought you said I was bi. I'm not bi.
Two in the front, one in the crack.
I like that.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm the lead vocalist. I'm the gobby one, basically.
Like that.
Okay,
They
cool.
call me front man.
Okay, so I'm curious because I asked you some of these questions before, but how long you guys been together? Because you're really tight.
Well,
Well, sorry.
tight. We were tight, but now we're very loose.
Well, we're not talking about ass cracks. We're talking about tightness of music. Okay. All right, let's not confuse that. All right.
Okay, back on track. Okay, so we've been together for about 15 years now.
No.
20.
We've been saying that for a while now.
We-
Since 1995.
We started in 1995. I have been saying 15 years for probably about 10 years.
Okay. Any breaks in between? Did you guys take any little sabbaticals from music and then came back, or
Yeah,
continue-
we had a break for probably about 6 years, didn't we?
Yes.
about 6
Yeah,
years?
about 6 years, and then we came back. Basically, life's too short to kind of miss out on things, and we just enjoy the music. So we thought, you know what, we'll have another crack at it and just really get into it, and that's what happened.
Now, and when you took
We're back to
Back to crack again.
Yeah,
the crack again. But I'm curious, when you guys took the break, did you assume or think that you might come back together again? Was that like
No,
something in the back of
not
your
at all.
minds?
We hate each other. Not at all. No.
You got to speak in the mic.
Hello.
Not at all. We hate each other, really and truthfully. There's no love at all here, apart from Woody.
Now, has the when you took off and took the break and now you came back, did the music change quite a bit? I mean, the genres change, obviously. The instrumentation changes. The way recordings have changed. A lot has changed. Are you guys kind of back to where you were, or do you not want to be back to where you were 6 years ago and things have progressed in maybe a different direction, sound and everything?
No, we learned to play.
Yeah, we went to music school and
Band camp.
band camp. No, we basically when we took a long break. And when we got back together, I think the music is different, naturally different, because we hadn't played for a long time. Like, we kind of wanted to build the bond again between us all as well. And in doing so, we changed like our kind of like the way we played. So the songs are a little bit more rocky, actually a little bit tighter as well than what they used to be. Listen, Silent and Street, it's all over the place.
Now, how did you guys come back together after that 6-year break? Like, was one guy that approached the other guys and said, you know what, I've got this idea, let's give it a shot. The drummer there, is that it?
No, it was the bass player actually.
Oh, okay.
He basically had a heart attack over Christmas. He had 4 heart attacks. Was it 4?
No, 2.
2. I double up everything. So he had 4 heart attacks over Christmas.
Not this past Christmas.
No, this
No.
is
4 years ago.
about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And we decided, you know what, life is too short to miss out on things, and we just wanted to get the band back together. I sound like one of those old 60s guys. Just want to get the band back together, man. So good night. That sort of stuff. So so that's what we did. Because he had a heart attack, we thought, yeah, fuck it, we'll play some music.
Wow. Okay. Good reasons. I can dig that. You want to come back to what your true love was, and that you separated from for a while, and then you realized I can't live without this, and I almost didn't live. So you got.
And we thought if he had a heart attack on stage and died, we'd probably get in the papers.
Well, never know. But okay, let me ask you guys this question. You're in the UK, and obviously, well, not obviously, but recently I just picked up an amplifier. It's got these settings on it where I can get like a UK sound of my guitar, and I get the American sound of my guitar. Are you guys aware of the different sound of the guitar, US versus UK?
Yeah, absolutely. So the
I'm not, so let Bex answer this.
Okay.
I think the UK kind of sounding guitar is a lot more bassier kind of thing, whereas the American sounding guitar probably got a bit more high mids and treble kind of going on, and a bit more gain. Like Mesa Boogie is a much more a gainy type of amp, isn't it, than a Marshall? That's what I hear anyway.
Oh, it's a lot more. What'd you say? It's a lot more gamey.
Gainy. Gain.
Oh, gain. Oh, I thought you said gamey. I was thinking when the guy had his arm up and you could smell the sweat, it was kind of a gamey smell.
Oh, Dave.
That's ass crack.
So I'll tell you what. Let's play a track here, and then we'll come back and rap a little bit more. Is that okay? We'll do this little break in music right now. We'll have you guys play again. Okay?
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much.
Okay. What do you think you're going to play? What's a good song to start the show off with here?
Okay, so we do Standing in My Way, which is quite a rocky song, so it should be a good song to sort of start everything off. And this is all about, it's about just basically being in love and then falling out of love. We don't write happy songs, so we don't do romantic. We do miserable, sad, real life. So this is called Standing in My Way.
Cool. Here we go.
Never felt a thing. You blurred the lines in
All right, guys. Tremendous, tremendous. By the way, I'm curious about, right now you're in your rehearsal studio.
Yes.
And what I got a warning here. This Mac is not running fast enough to record this video from this call. Uh-oh. But it was recording, so I hope it worked up till this point. It's not giving me any error though. Huh.
Let's see if it rolls.
I don't know, but it worked. I recorded an interview before and it worked fine. But I'm catching it all on audio in case it doesn't work. We got the audio still.
Excellent.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So let's keep going. So by the way, the recorder studio. How did this all set up with the rehearsal studio stuff, getting it out live online? How did all this come to be? Who started this up?
He did. Your turn.
Okay.
Under a bus. Boom.
I'll be paid myself. Yeah, basically what it was on Facebook, it had a little button on it, which I'd never seen before. So what's that? Press it, it's go live.
Oh,
and
really?
This is before anyone else could do it. And it's basically because of Rock Solid has the blue tick, that's why we could go live for. Anyone with the blue tick, basically go live, but now everyone can do it. The only difference is with our go live now is we get the widescreen. People without the blue tick, they only get a little square, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Hence why we set up in this corner, because we only had the little square before, but now it's got the widescreen, so that's why we changed the angle.
Oh,
That's very.
yeah. Now, by the way, the setup you got now, did it take a little while to figure out how to make all this work? Because obviously, I'm telling you, I'm having some technical difficulties here too. Well, did it take you like a few rounds of this to get going? I'm sure it did, right? It's not easy to set up video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean tonight was the first time we tried the little Rode mic. So the live stream we did was with the Rode mic, which we think it sounded better.
Yeah.
Because we are really close as well from where we're actually where the speakers
I'll
are.
demonstrate.
Yeah, there it is, the little Rode mic, one of those.
Oh, how about that? It's kind of cool. So did you guys investigate different equipment to do video, and how'd you figure out, what equipment to have?
We basically worked out it was the iPhone worked best. It seems to have the better video quality, so that's what we kind of stuck with. Plus, I've got the most data. Over it, because so I've got the most data, so we use my phone with my data.
Okay, and obviously you're getting a lot of people checking out your rehearsals. You're getting like 6,000 people, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really good. Like I think we had 9.2 thousand today. For the hour, which is really, really good, and reached just under 500,000.
Yeah. Now, by the way, the people that actually were listening to 9,000 people, are they mostly from the UK? Are they from the US? Or how do you figure that out? Is there a way to figuring all that out?
By comments.
Yeah, basically it's just by the comments, and we find that most of our audience is US.
Huh. Okay. Very
Which
cool.
is, it surprised us as well.
Yeah,
we thought it would be more UK, but it's not. It's the US.
Uh-huh. So, and you guys do this, I think, once a week. We might as well shout out to you guys to give you guys some extra people checking you guys out each week. You do it every Sunday, right?
We do indeed, yeah. 7 p.m. UK time,
Okay.
which we worked out earlier was 3 p.m. New York time.
Yeah.
Okay. And you do this every week. And also, if people happen to miss it, it's available for replay, right?
Yes, it is. You can go to Rock Solid Talent Entertainment, their page, and it's on there. It'll be on there. It's basically all our live shows on there.
That's really cool. That's cool. So,
And on the PaRaDoX page.
Oh yeah, and also on our own page, I've been told as well, which is the PaRaDoX UK. That's us. Hello.
now, did you ever think of taking this, and obviously what you're doing here video-wise, you ever think about taking it to some of the venues where you guys play? That has another group of complexity to it, but I don't see a whole lot of that happening at all either.
Do occasionally, don't they?
It depends on how drunk a person holding the phone is. Yeah, we have tried it before, but it gets a bit messy.
Yeah,
Also, it also depends on what signal there is in the venue. So, like, if they don't have Wi-Fi, then we're relying on like 3G data or 4G data.
Yeah.
Sometimes a venue which is underground or something like that, and it don't have any signal at all, so you can't do it.
Yeah. Maybe that's a little. That's probably the little break I had here. Maybe my signal went down for a couple seconds and now it's back up again. I guess because I'm seeing everything moving around. So hopefully it's good. Okay. I can't be sure though, so no promises. But this is my first practice go at it, so we'll see how it works out. So I'm curious about this too. The recording studio now, is it also a recording studio or just a rehearsal studio?
This one here, where we are now, this is our rehearsal room. So this was originally set up as below another hall upstairs. So they've got like a main hall upstairs, and then we use downstairs, which is just basically set up for bands to play in. So we use it every Sunday night, but other bands use it during the week as well.
Okay, right now you're rehearsing. You just got done rehearsing for the Facebook Live audience. After you're finished with that, I know you probably want to work on some new music that's really not perfected even to the degree that you want to have it on the rehearsal thing that you do. So do you linger on after the rehearsal thing, and then you kind of do a jam to work in some newer material?
Yeah, it depends what we're doing. So like, if we know we've got a gig coming up, we'll run through like our set list for that gig to make sure that we're kind of polished, to make sure that everything works well. If we haven't got any gigs coming up, then we work on new material. So someone will have an idea, bring it to the band and say, look, got a rough idea, and then we'll kind of sit down and just kind of go for it, jam it out until it works.
Okay, is there ever like an instance, which guy kind of brings in the fresher material first, or is it so it comes from everybody?
It does. It's a real mix. No one in particular writes anything in particular, so to speak. So it literally comes from anybody might have an idea and bring it in, and then we just work on it. So sometimes it doesn't work. You know, we can play around for 10, 15 minutes or something. There's no guts to it. We don't feel it. And if that's the case, then we learn and drop it, and we move on to the next idea. So we don't waste time.
Yeah, but sometimes that music that might have not worked for that one session or that one day might come back to you like the next day, and you're thinking, you know what? A little flavor differently, and this is going to work. Let's try it again.
Yes. We find that works quite a lot. If we start on something and we think this didn't work, later on, like might be a month down the road, might be even 6 months down the road, we might be writing something else. We end up coming back to the original idea and thinking that worked for like a middle eight or that worked for like a different part of the song, and put it in there.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do another song now, and I think it's recording again. So let's try this out again. What song should we do second here? Second one.
Okay, this is a really new song. We've just done a video to this at Dover Castle, which from America, I know you guys won't know where this is, but if you Google Dover Castle, it's like a massive, iconic sort of like building in Dover, and it's situated on the top of the White Cliffs. It's very famous, like Winston Churchill was like basically stayed there for the war and things like that, so it has a lot of tunnels underneath it as well. So basically, we've done a video at Dover Castle. We are the first and I believe the only band. Is that right?
Yeah.
We are the first and only band to ever be able to record at Dover Castle. They normally turn around and say no. So even famous bands don't get a chance to do this, and we managed to flag our way in and record something. Obviously, security chased us out quite quickly, but we managed to get a video there.
And by the way, don't forget, you're doing an interview here with someone from the U.S. where we know nothing about history. So Winston Churchill, who is that guy? Is he the guy?
He's a big dude that smoked a lot of cigars. That's what I remember. Did that a lot.
Well, there's a similarity. We're big guys here, and we smoke a lot of weed in the U.S. So there we go.
That's fine. If you do that, you'll be exactly the same. So you're all right.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Yeah. I was just going to say, Johnny Depp's just recently done a film in there, Into the Woods,
Yes.
where Dover Castle was. So if the Americans know that, they might know where it is.
Okay. The film Into the Woods with Johnny Depp was filmed at Dover Castle.
Oh, okay, there we go. Now we're relating to people that we okay, Johnny Depp. Okay, cool. Works for
Okay,
me.
so this song is called Leave the Light On. Sarah,
No.
you've broken it, haven't
Yeah, I've
you?
broken my guitar.
Hang on, we have technical issues here because Phil's... Is your amp on?
Yeah.
Try it.
Let's see what happens.
You actually tuned it on?
No, I turned it off.
We're going to try this. Phil was... he's broken his guitar.
It'll be
Can't
alright.
just stop buying cheap guitars. It's going to make them look alright.
Okay, good. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, it might cut out, but we're going to have a go at this. This is called Leave the Light On. There's something creeping, there's something hiding under be prepared. She said, don't worry, no, don't you worry, it's just all in your head. There's something coming, there's something coming, won't you stay with me? You're only dreaming, you're only dreaming, you just need to get some sleep. I'm afraid of the dark. Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted to sleep. I just needed to fall. So I'm awake, yeah. There's something creeping. There's something hiding in the shadow. I feel it moving. I feel it breaking, and I think that it's true. That it's true. You said don't worry, don't you worry, but I don't understand. Don't understand. Inside I'm screaming, my heart is beating, and I think that I'm bad. Think that I'm bad. I don't believe, I'm afraid of the dark. Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted to sleep. I just needed to fall. Till life away, yeah. I am coming for you. I am coming for you. Yes, it's all in your head. It is all in your head. Leave the light on for me. I'm afraid of the dark. Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted to sleep. I just needed to start. Till I'm awake, yeah. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm just wanting to sleep. I just needed to start.
Woo! All right. Now, by the way, what do you do when there's a little bit of technical difficulty? Because obviously, if a guitar player breaks like a high E string, you just play through it. Do you bring an extra axe in case something goes majorly wrong with the guitar, which doesn't happen a whole lot, right?
Ironically,
Oh, there you go. You got another guitar there, another axe.
he has a Gibson Custom that he doesn't very play that much, do you?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
he has it.
mainly a
has a
backup just in case.
Yeah.
It is. It's like probably his most expensive guitar and the most like prestige guitar, and that's his backup.
I like this one.
He likes this one. The one that keeps cutting out.
Never done it before.
Now, each of you guys, obviously, you got the guitar player there, you got the vocalist, you got the bass player. Let me ask about vocals. Microphones, are they something that you go, you know, a lot of people go to Guitar Center, they can pick up a guitar, they can play any guitar they want. Microphones are a little more tricky. People don't want spit on the microphone because then they can't resell it. How do you pick the mic you like? How do you do that?
If it fits in my mouth, I like it. It's all right. To be honest with you, I really like Shure. So at the moment I'm using an SM58, which is pretty much a standard microphone. I like the sound quality, I like the feel of it. They're not too expensive, so if it does get a little bit kind of messed up, I can get another one. So, and I have a couple of backup ones for it as well. So,
Okay.
I don't know, it don't find a massive issue.
Now, since I haven't talked much to the drum player who's behind you, I'm curious. Are sticks? You know, there's different types of wood. Are sticks important as far as a drum goes? How does a drummer pick his equipment? I'll wait till he comes up here and we'll.
Yeah, I'm going to get him to come around.
I'll be honest, I've tried a lot of drumsticks over the years, and I've actually stuck with these Big Firth HD9s, which yeah, I'm getting on really well with them. They're a hickory stick.
So that is interesting because people usually don't ask drummers about their equipment, and sticks are like a guitar player will have different types of strings, different thicknesses of strings, bass player as well. A vocalist, different mics, different depths to the mic, different. But drummers, there you got skins on the drum, which are important as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've actually just gone to coated heads on the toms.
I think I think you got your nipple coated a second ago, but
they're quite wet at the minute. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, the drum heads. I've just gone to coated on my toms, which I've actually played clear heads for a lot of years now. I've just gone to coated, and I'm much happier with it.
So what made you pick drums? Obviously, there's other instruments. You picked drums. Why'd you pick drums?
Because you know play guitar.
I'm not a musician. I can't play instruments. That's why I chose drums. It's like a niche, yeah.
Did you ever play guitar or try bass or any of the other instruments?
No, I've got two left hands when it comes to that sort of thing.
Have you ever tried hitting drums with a guitar? It doesn't work.
We had quite a hard childhood when he was growing up. Every time we wanted to go out fishing with his dad and stuff like that, he'd just say, I haven't got time, son, go and hit some of these sticks. He became a drummer.
So
That's pretty much it. It's good.
So are you guys all from like musical families? Have all you guys been exposed to music from family backgrounds or what?
Yeah.
My dad was a bass player.
Now why didn't you play bass?
He did.
I got confused with four strings, big fat strings.
I find the guitar easier.
Did you really? I'm curious. Did you find the guitar easier? Really?
Yeah, I really did. Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting because now you would think that, well, let me not insult the bass player because there's a complexity of bass too, right?
Dave, you got it, we insult him all the time.
He loves it.
There's two bass players here. There's two bass players.
Oh, do you guys go back and forth on bass? You do that once in a while? Mix it up?
They
No,
go back and forth.
Yeah. You're a bit of a drummerist, though, aren't you, mate?
So now have you always been on bass? Always the bass for you?
Sorry?
Always the bass for you? Always bass or guitar or what?
I started on guitar.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, I started on guitar and then moved over to bass when I realised the bass was all the bits that I liked. So I listened to bands like The Who and things like that, and with all the bits that I liked, and I thought, that sounds really good. And then realised that it was John Entwistle that was playing all the bits that I liked, so I was like, yep, that's the instrument for me.
Okay. All right. Now, what do you think about in the UK where you're playing in front of an audience? When you're preparing your set list, because we talked about that a little while ago, do you kind of figure out what the typical audience of that venue is before you prepare your set list?
No.
No, we do. We do, don't we?
We actually do, yeah, we do gauge it. So if it's a venue that we don't like, we play all our heavy, loud stuff. And try to get thrown out. If it's a venue that we do like, we play a good mix. We play a variety of music. Yes. Yes, some of our own and the rest by other people.
Now, what's the cake for? I'm curious. Anyone's birthday? Did you see where he wiped his hands with the chocolate cake?
Was that before or after we put it in our mouth? During. Okay.
It smells like poop.
By the way, chocolate cake smells bad when you put your hand on your crotch and you get the sweat out. Even chocolate cake smells bad with crotch smell on it.
I don't mind. I'm all right with it.
Whatever you think is, I don't mind really. I don't mind packing a bit of fudge away. And,
Yeah, it's good. Fudge. I like fudge.
yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
realistically, when we write a set list for a venue, we write a set list like this with a pen. And when we write a set list, we do look at the venue. So if we know it's somewhere we've played before and it's so like what I call like spit and sawdust or like place, it's like quite rough, then we tend to do quite a heavy set because people like to jump around and get kind of into it. If we know it's a bit more of a family kind of pub, then we would do something a little bit softer and ease them into it. By the end of the set, it's normally still quite heavy, but we start a little bit slower.
Okay, now I noticed the first track that you guys played on the show was a lot heavier than the second one. Now, when you're writing your music and you're coming into your rehearsal studio and then you linger on and then maybe you'll jam a bit, do you come, each song requires sort of a different mood. So is it when you come in and you're figuring out what kind of mood you guys are collectively in, that you'll be writing that slower track versus the rougher track?
If you haven't eaten, it's normally quite an aggressive track.
Yeah, to be fair, Woody's just pointed out a really good point. If I haven't eaten, then it's normally quite aggressive.
Huh.
But if I eat something, then I'm normally happy. So, hangry. Yeah, hungry and angry at the same time, so I'm hangry.
Now, is it the same way, like if in the morning you had not eaten any vagina, are you aggressive and you're wonderful? See? I knew it.
Yep, absolutely. If I haven't had my 69 in the morning, I'm buggered. Literally.
But then you do have to be careful because if anything...
Yeah. Taz has got a lot of toys, I like to play with them. Yeah, my wife, she has a lot of toys, I just play with them.
The good thing about women shaving the vagina now is a lead vocalist won't get any of that pubic hair stuck in his throat to mess up the vocals on any given night, right?
Now you can still sing. See,
You
that's
can
what I'm
still
talking
sing.
about. Absolutely. Why do you make my hair shaped like that?
So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one more song, and then I'm gonna make sure we shout out where to connect with you guys on Facebook, Reverb Nation, all your media outlets. We're gonna connect with those guys. But let's do another song and then come back and talk about that. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna. I know we played this to you earlier on. We did "Can't Back Down," which was like we did this one was testing. So we're gonna do that one live for the show.
Okay, excellent. I love that track. Here we go.
Cool. Okay, so this song was originally written. It's actually written about abuse. So it's about a woman that's basically gets beaten by her husband, and then she makes a stand for herself and fights back. So this is what it's about. Okay, so this is called "Can't Back Down." She did wasn't something she said. Did it play on your mind? Get stuck in your head. Did you find her upstairs? Did you hear the door? Did you buy your reasons to seem so sure? She can't back down now. She won't break down now. She can't back down once again. She can't back down now. She won't break down now. She can't back down once again. As a kid, when something isn't right. And all he wants to do is hide. With a gun in her hand, she takes a shot. She falls to the floor and he won't get up. She can't back down now. She won't break down now. She can't back down once again. She can't back down now. She won't break down now. She can't back down once again.
Woo! All right. That's my favorite song out of you guys tonight, out of the 3 songs.
Thank you very much. That's really cool.
Now,
That's one of our favorites as well.
Yeah, if I had to ask you guys what your favorite song is out of your whole collection, do you think you guys would come up with a song collectively, or are you guys so different that each of you would pick a different favorite song?
I think we'd pick one song. I think we'd all pick one song.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, me personally, if I was going to choose for anybody that I think we'd like, it'd probably be Leave a Light On. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Now, was that one of the songs that was a harder song to write, or was it one that was so naturally just in your minds that one was an easy one to write?
I think a bit of everything. I mean, there's elements that we do that we try to make a song, a very simple song. We try to make things different in it. So we'll do, the verses will be the same. It's like that.
He's adding.
The verses will be the same, but we try to just add a little element. So we think of things like points of interest. So if you're on a journey, and so the verse is point A, and the end of the verse is point Z. There needs to be little bits in between that kind of prick your ear, and they're gone. And that song has got lots of little different elements in it, and it's a very simple song. Really, truthfully, we make it harder. Pretty much.
Do you guys ever have a song that your audience really digs? They want to hear you play it every time, but it happens to be one of the songs that you think is maybe one of the worst songs from your band. Does that ever happen? Like, do you have a song out there where you guys really would rather throw it away, but your audience demands it? Does that ever happen?
I mean, the biggest download.
What we could ask an audience. We have an audience here.
Well, just quickly, the most downloaded song of ours, which surprised us all, is an old song called All Crazy Now or Working Class. And it's a song that we've played for years. Yes, it's all right, but it seems to be the most streamed and downloaded song for us, which surprises us.
Huh,
we have an audience.
Yeah.
Let's ask an audience. What is your favourite one?
What did you say? Yeah, All Crazy Now, Keith?
Ooh, harsh.
In your own time, man. He's waiting. It's all right, take time.
I'd have to go with Falling In, I think.
Falling In. So Falling In and All Crazy Now.
Which ironically are very similar sounding. Like they've got that same sort of beat. So they're quite upbeat songs.
Okay, now, by the way, tonight you have an audience there. Is open door? I know you said during your rehearsal. Do you kind of market it on Facebook, and people that are local can just stop in and check you guys out?
Yeah.
Oh, only special people.
They make us pay. No, man. Fuck that. Anyone can come along. I don't care.
No, that's not true.
Bring cake.
Yeah, we have a condition. We have lots of conditions actually. They're mental. But we have a rule that if someone wants to come along and watch us, they have to bring cake.
Yeah, is that how you got the cake? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Bribery. We do have an open door policy in a way. I mean, these guys are here tonight. Anna's in another band. She's a bass player from another band. As you know, bands they all know each other. We all mix and we're all mates with loads of other band members and so. And Anna's come to see us play a few times. And just
watches us every week.
Yeah, and become friends with the band. So she's come along. Keith has been friends with us now for 25, 30 years. Yeah. So it's like 30 years we've been friends, and he just comes along because he enjoys taking the piss out of us all night long, basically.
Now, by the way, I'm curious about this. In the United States, a lot of bands that come on the show, they kind of deny that there's a competition amongst bands. And then when they're on stage, there is competition to the degree that almost they don't stay for the next band that's playing, which is really a negative, because you want to create, you want to create an evening of excitement. You want to share your audience with the next band coming up. Yet some of them, they really do have enough competition where they leave, which really pisses a lot of people off, because you want to have. So in the UK, is there competition less or about the same, or?
No, it's probably.
I was going to say, there's no competition for us because we're too good. No, realistically, there is. I think anywhere you go in any country, there's always going to be competition between bands because everyone wants to be the better band. But I will say one thing: whenever we gig, if we gig with other bands, we were never asked to be the headlining act. We'll never go on last or anything like that. We don't care like that. We're not. All we want to do is enjoy the music and enjoy it like an audience. So if we go on last, we go on last. If we go on first, we go on first. We'll always stay for the last band, because at the end of the day, like you just said, don't want to piss people off. We want to enjoy that music as much as we play it.
Yep. Out of the four of you guys, I think I might have asked this question before, but now since we're doing video, it's more fun to ask the questions like this. Out of all the four of you guys, which do you guys prefer the most? Do you prefer recording the songs? Anal, or would you switch?
I just thought I'd slip it in there. Come on!
Slip it in there, right? You got to slip it in there. Well, you got to lube it up before you slip it in. Right?
Oh, gotta make it wet first.
No, do it dry.
Oh yeah, bite down on the pillow, love. It's going in dry.
Well, you got an underarm there that's sweaty, so just stick it in the underarm first, then you're gonna a little lube, right? A little lubricant there. But out of recording, writing, or performing, what do you guys like individually? All four of you guys.
At performing, if I'm being really honest, I love performing.
Yeah.
Performing all day long.
I don't smell that. Is that your ass? Jesus.
Is that you lube it up?
Get ready.
It's all true.
Why
does it smell like coconut liqueur?
I don't know. It's making me quite hungry.
Yeah, burgers. Not smelling.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think we would agree. Performing. There's something quite like playing to like a crowd of people and knowing or hoping that they're like really enjoying it. And if they're all jumping around and moshing, then you've pretty much won it over. So yeah, that's the best feeling.
Okay, you guys ever think you'll do an acoustic set? You know, sometimes in the United States we have all these rock bands that come and they unplug, and it's a very different sound. A lot of people dig that. They dig the diversity of a song that they're used to hearing in a plugged-in rockin' type of song, and then they flip it over to be unplugged.
Over to Bex.
Yes, we'd love to do an acoustic thing. We want to unplug that's plugged into a Marshall guitar and then overdriven. That's kind of like how we do unplugged. Plugged in with overdrive.
Heavy drums,
heavy
guitar,
heavy bass guitar, but we'll think in our head Simon and Garfunkel. We'll film one wear a sandal.
Oh yeah.
Yes, just one though.
Yeah.
Just one.
And a
Yeah.
sock.
Do you guys,
Just a sandal.
do you guys
That's how
ever
we do unplugged.
do you guys ever mess with other genres? Like, do you go home and maybe someone will have a blues night and they just want to pick up the guitar or the bass and do some bass stuff, or the blues based, or what?
Music, you play around with different genres, jazz.
I play with all sorts of different people.
Oh, do you? But you know, that's common in the States where some guys in the band, they actually play in multiple bands. Are any of you guys freelance with other bands? And you are?
I did, yes, but I gave it all up just to be kind of more with these guys. So I kind of I enjoy messing around with different types of music, but I can do that all in one song with these guys. Sometimes you get like frequently do. Sometimes there's a bit of a country and western bass line going on, yeah, but sometimes it isn't. A bit of Motown, that kind of thing going on. But you're right. You play different types of music and you bring it all into the mix kind of thing, and that then kind of helps shape a lot of what we do. So things like Breathe and what have you. I'm thinking James Jamerson, and I'm thinking, okay, get that groove going, stick in the groove.
PaRaDoX.
Yeah, but that kind of, for me as a musician, that's how I think. And Leave the Light On, for instance, I'm thinking, how would Paul McCartney approach this bass line, and that's kind of what I do for me personally. I know that Phil, you think of different other guitarists, do you? So people like Mark Knopfler and Cobain and what have you.
I'm influenced by those.
Yeah, so we're all influenced by other musicians anyway. I think every musician is, really and truthfully.
Cool. Okay, by the way, how do we hook up with you guys? People listen to the show tonight, they've seen the video, which is the first video we're doing here. How do people hook up with you guys? Facebook, Reverb Nation, your own website? How do they do that?
Yeah, okay, so
All of them.
so the website is theparadoxuk.com. Facebook is the PaRaDoX UK. Instagram, the PaRaDoX UK. And Reverb Nation is PaRaDoX 28. I think that's it. But you can find all of our stuff on the Rock Solid Talent Facebook page. Phil Taylor, he's our manager and he looks after us. So all of our stuff will be on there as well.
Big shout out to Phil Taylor.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And Phil is actually working with me to help me project a career into video, which is something I never did before, but it was something I should have done in the past. And here I'm trying to do it right now, right?
Yeah, and it's really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Love it.
Yeah, so this is something I'm going to try to do each week, and with Phil helping me out, and you guys as well. Come back on the show again, by the way. Don't
Thank you very much.
Love to. Absolutely love to.
Cool. Should we take the show out with? Can we do a final track? I know you guys put your equipment down. I can either dub one in from. It's up to you guys if you want.
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Soft. Make it softy.
Oh.
Because of time.
Oh, okay. I was going to do
Huh? I don't mind.
Okay, what we're going to do the song that you asked about earlier on with what people like.
Yeah.
We said the one was All Crazy Now, Working Class. A lot of people like this song. So this is the song that people seem to download the most. It's basically about people that don't like their jobs. So this is called All Crazy Now.
Wow. Okay.
Same old faces on the train. The governor tries
Thanks to Rock
Thank you very
Solid.
much. Woo!
Thanks, guys. By the way, thanks for breaking my video virginity. I appreciate that a lot. But if you could, I'd like to see one nipple before I go, since I broke my virginity. Now, wait a second. Let me. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see it, and I'm going to put my head real close.
Oh, there you go.
I just wanted to make sure with the glasses off I didn't get any hair in my mouth from that hairy nipple.
Oh, that's what I like.
You guys were tremendous. Thanks so much for being on my show here, and make sure you come back on again. And try to shout the show out once in a while to some of the fellow bandmates that you guys meet, okay?
We will do.
Absolutely.
We do share it, and we will shout it out for you as well.
Excellent. I'll shout you guys out every week for the video thing you do with the live rehearsals there as well, okay?
Thank you so much.
That's what we got to do. We got to create an exchange here. And thanks so much for spending the extra time after your rehearsal. Guys are probably worn out now, right?
A little bit, but we're all right. We love it.
Okay, there we go, guys. Thanks so much for being on the show. Take care.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Take care. You're a legend. Take care.
Thanks. See you guys later.
See you later, dude.